They're about to put a lot of pressure on towards Nyx. He'll spot that Molotov coming out towards the fountain, steady himself for a flash over the top of the wall.
What's the timing, the utility, waiting for the sound cue so he knows when to check out the flashbang.
Well, camera smokes come down as well. Flash comes up a little bit early to be effective. Nyx, in fact, getting caught by flashes from G2, and MongolZ just going to run right through, grab that opening kill, and now Hunter is in position to cut off rotations. Snax is going to play with him as he gets his feet wet in the water, goes back to JT, Halzerk down there as well, and Snax combines with the flank of Hunter to get a 1-for-1.
Oh, Hunter under pressure now, pushing him, good shot. That's beautiful, and that's the pistol. G2 is always in such a strong position. 5 players surviving into the bomb site, kill the 1 defender. Always going to be really hard for Complexity to get back into it, and G2 seals their fate. So 1-0 for the pistol.
Hunter and MongolZ combining mollies. Grim's going to be burned out of his position, has to use a smoke to stay alive, stay comfortable. It's JT up first. He'll pass his test. Grim can't. Heavy God on the double. Complexity locked out of the site. Another kill from Snax, and that kill has surely won this round.
Yeah, shots a little bit off the mark for Complexity, for Grim and Sixy in particular, and their exchanges has got to make them feel just a little bit comfortable.
Right, you bring it back to what Maui was saying before this game, and if you're G2, you don't want to just look like you get solo carried by MongolZ. You want to be an interesting prospect for other players to want to come into the squad in the future. You know, if you lose Nico, MongolZ, what allure does G2 have? And you want to see that you do have Heavy God, you have MongolZ, and these are going to be players you can actually build around and play with in the future.
Well, here they are, not staying still, being proactive. Halzerk covering Nyx. Halzerk's going to take the peek towards stairs, nails it.
Great push out. We've seen Complexity playing this dynamic CT side all tournament long, and Halzerk getting away with a pick. MongolZ's going to try and respond. Ooh, a flash comes in. Grim getting 1. Traded back by Hunter. And elsewhere, Nyx has got another in this round, and G2 fall to 2 players with under a minute on the clock.
Yeah, the AWP took the A main peak, and the M4 started pushing up. Nyx catches one completely off guard. Didn't expect the follow-up from an M4. Now as he hears the footsteps.
Look at his position as well.
Snax is in for a nasty surprise.
Yeah. Nyx is in the corner. Easy headshot, bump goes down, looks for the follow-up. And that's more like it from Nyx. 3 kills, able to take the space outside of the A site and cause real problems for G2. MongolZ's got the AWP out. He's going to be at T-stars at the moment, going for a peek, combined with the flash to get Halzerk off of the angle. But they send one back. MongolZ gets blinded, but still hits the kill.
Dude, he was so casual. He like even double scopes. Like, oh, I'm blind? I'll just use the second zoom function. We're all good.
That's so sick. MongolZ, he might just get another one here too.
I can't even really comprehend that with how blind he was.
Just so comfortable with the angles, knows exactly what he's dealing with, what he's up against. And he goes again. MongolZ with a second, and immediately Complexity feeling the impact of the sniper.
Yeah, this is the problem with playing against MongolZ, is he's so good at so many different styles of AWPing, going for entries, going for picks, being a combative presence, and single-handedly found 2 openers and taken control of Dark away from Complexity.
And because of the amount of presence that he can provide alone, it allows them to commit 2 players through middle, take more space against this defense. Sixy coming back, can't get the kill. Nyx moves out, and it's got to be heroic from Nyx to be able to make anything of this round. Unable to take the kill towards A main, 35 seconds, getting split on, wrapped on, and double peaked. No chance, and Grim has to save. There's no way he gets into even a thinkable situation here, and we're looking at 5-1 thanks to MongolZ's sniper.
Man, Complexity's getting really outclassed in these first 6 rounds of play. I mean, MongolZ just batters you down, but I mean, just the way they kind of choke off this defense in the round.
I wanted to peek towards mid, but that smoke comes up, so he changes his position to the double doors, but needs to be careful because Snax is coming closer. Halzerk gets the gun out, drops back to the camera. We'll use MongolZ's AWP to carve out information in middle, and then a smoke into camera. Freeing up MongolZ's rifle to start to move forward. Halzerk spotting with a smoke break. It's a perfect combo to allow that further kill here for Complexity.
Yeah, look at the panic from MongolZ as well. Here's the nade hit off the wall and tries to get out of view.
Boost up on top. Halzerk didn't see it. Hunter over the top of the window opens up a chance. MongolZ gets caught, pushed through Temple into the kill, and just down to Hunter and Heavy God to try and win this 2v4. Complexity can't let this one slide, but Heavy God gets a second kill, this time from the grave. So it's on Hunter to win this 1v2.
He's got 28 seconds. He's got 1 HE grenade, and now he's picked up the bomb as well. I think he knows Nyx is over in A main. They were gearing towards pushing that earlier in the round, but stopped when the retake began through camera, so he's got to have the idea.
That's going to be a tough. They're coming in from two sides. Molly heating up his position, forced into the open. He knows what he's up against. It's just about a little bit of luck in the timing, and they just don't peek him the way he would have liked.
No, a hard fight for Hunter to figure out. Hard to find any kind of safety in that position, especially with the Molotov at his feet. But money is low on quite a few players on this G2 side, so they're going to start laboring to put strong weapons out in the field of play. If Complexity can win this one, get a little bit of control back in the big picture of the match.
Oh, it's quick from MongolZ again. MongolZ this time getting picked away. He took damage though, MongolZ. Look at this play from Hunter. Through the B-smoke. Into the site. Grim not ready for it. Important that JT was able to respond. Gets behind the obelisk just in time because Molbs had pushed out towards jail.
Oh,
and JT goes back into that fight. This time Molbs will maul him. Complexity fall straight away.
Yeah, and there's a little change of pace in this round from G2. MongolZ's not going to miss that shot. 60 swings right out into him.
Just the ferociousness of how quick that round victory was.
Well, it's a great call from Hunter because, I mean, they just get the pick in middle, right? So, you know, you might not rotate immediately, but there's a chance in Hunter's brain where he's saying maybe that rotator from the B bomb site went back to get to Temple really quickly. But still the aggression through the smoke that Grim can't possibly predict.
Well, they do decide to go towards B again. It's not exactly the strongest setup here. You got JT committed to connector. He's used his final piece of utility and it's useless.
Yeah, it's gone into the smoke.
And he's only got an MP9, but he's up against Snacks. And Snacks just about comes out on top of that jewel.
It's a pinch towards the A bomb site, at least for the moment. 3 players in middle, including MongolZ with the bomb, who's playing support with the op. So he can actually back off if they feel too much resistance. There's 3 defenders here. MongolZ, Nyx, and 60.
25 seconds to try and delay this. 60 throwing the grenade in, taking away the first, cracking the legs from beneath them, but Hunter comes back in, and with a hit heavy from A main, it is Complexity's defense that has disappeared on that A bomb site.
Yeah, it got melted, didn't it? 1 kill from 60, but Hunter swings left. Pathing is just so strong and destroys 2 defenders. Never expected that kind of a punch to come from camera.
Already MongolZ is searching for that saving player of Grim. Might catch MongolZ looking the wrong way. There's the headshot. He'll get to that AWP. But whether or not he can hold on to it is a whole different story because Heavy God's sprinting through spawn to try and get back to him.
Yeah, and Snacks is lurking up through dark right now into the B bomb site as well. I don't know if Snacks will have time unless he starts running. Grim, just a few seconds left to survive. Snacks is here, knife out. Bomb explosion might have hit the footsteps. 8-2. This map that has become their second option after Train when that's taken away from them.
MongolZ's aggressive A play stopped by Heavy God. Doesn't get easier because MongolZ's holding for the second peak. So 5v3, couple of seconds into the round. 9-2 being teed up.
I don't think there's anything crazy that we've seen in this of G2 reading anything, but I think one of the issues that Complexity is going to have to start figuring out and learning is, you know, at an event like this where you've made this kind of a run and you've taken the scalps that you have, teams are going to look into you a lot more than they did previously. Like, they're always going to look into you and they're all going to try and notice some tendencies and some habits of individual players. But when you start upsetting teams on this run and playing close games against G2 and you're upsetting FaZe, you're upsetting Aurora, previously Eternal Fire, you're beating Falcons and FURIA, people are going to take note and put that little bit of extra effort and time into the research.
Well, you definitely hoped for that in the semifinals. And right now, a different story on Anubis. It was a tied game at half just a few days ago, but we're looking at a very different story at the moment.
Yeah, anything but tied, really.
Yeah,
this is maybe the complete opposite.
Well, Complexity might be tied up.
Yeah.
Restrained. And G2 not going to let them out.
But really, just no fragging.
They got an easy opener.
Big risk for Complexity in this round, too. They're playing a solo B defense. JT, the only one here. So they've doubled up in middle. They've obviously doubled up at A, which they've been through a lot of this half. Nyx and 60. Oh, 60's going to push.
Oh, he is. Trying to get away with one here at the window, but he goes into the open. MongolZ got the early warning system from his teammate spotting that push forward. Grim getting burned, has to drop back behind the double doors.
He's pulling MongolZ closer to him right now.
Now the pressure, the spam coming in as well. Grim taking bullets. Not reacting, not panicking. Stays put in the corner. MongolZ has to help him, but MongolZ's gone. Dink landed, not enough damage though. MongolZ to react immediately as Grim goes down after one. JT and Nyx separated by the entire distance of the map. And no matter where G2 decide to finish this, they are heavily favored to just get in with no resistance.
MongolZ's having one hell of a game right now. You can tell he wants to play his future teammates in the grand final. That feels like such a weird sentence to say.
Yes, it is.
All right, JT back at the bomb site. 2 coming from Dark, 2 coming from main. Your rotation is here. Nyx has arrived, but can you guys actually do anything? Yep, there's 2.
Well, they're right back into it all of a sudden with those 2 kills, but Hunter still alive. MongolZ right beside him, but 15 seconds is the problem. Will that grenade get JT? It won't. Nyx, here's the tap. It's not the commit. He goes into the peak, but the bomb is down, and so not enough time. Hunter not able to get to it, needs the kills, and they run away. Nyx even stands and fights to close the 3rd round for Complexity.
I mean, that's 2 of Complexity's 3 rounds are Nyx having a triple kill.
Well,
Heavy play towards the A bomb site. They've got a smoke on MongolZ, a flash on JT. That's it to get them in, but they got to get past MongolZ's duels. And he's got Heavy God baiting.
let's see. MongolZ Joel Beretta is primed and ready, but not able to get a single kill, nor will Heavy God. So Complexity get through the initial defense, and they're right into the site.
And it's pretty much the exact thing in the first half as well, where it's like, good luck. You know, they're in the bomb site, 5 players. Smoke is up in camera. Like, you're not winning this round if you're G2. You're not retaking this.
Just too clean on the initial thrust forward.
Yep, you needed some kills, obviously, out of MongolZ and Heavy God to make this doable in the post plant. And you can see JT's already come out to take everything away from G2.
Yeah, you're not going to get that Kevlar, at least in JT's mind, but not able to land too much here on Snacks. Receives a lot of bullets. Now JT goes back to be finished off, but Grim's flanking around the backside. Snacks, his attention was elsewhere. So Grim gets an easy pick on Snacks. Oop, timing to look away as that MongolZ peek comes in, but he gets the instant goosh, and so MongolZ no longer confident to fight. He'll fall back, and Hunter right at the end secures another kill, but Complexity, extra one to 2. Not bad at all. But 4 rounds for Complexity picked up. That's the first step.
In support of Hunter and MongolZ, Snacks in middle, Heavy God at A.
Flash into Con, and MongolZ doing the initial damage, goes into the peak, and JT's gonna lose his life. And Nyx didn't get through the smoke in time, so he has to take an awkward fight that he still wins. But MongolZ, alive at the back of the platform, going into the right side peak, that's the bomb, but he misses it, goes back. Oh, no scope attempt, not gonna land. Hunter's turn to step up and pull this back for G2, and just before that grenade sells in, he gets his 2 kills. MongolZ tagged. Moving forward into the CT smoke, Snacks is retreating. MongolZ's got time.
He's got the bomb, most importantly, so that time is a huge ally. He knows the position of Snacks from the trajectory of the Molotov that was thrown. Gonna try and wrap around him, but he could just choose.
He could just choose
to
to
slide
flank
the camera
as well. Like, he could go with the aggressive call.
Honestly, I think it's a little bit of a bummer. Snacks keeps moving out of his gaze. Like, he's actually...
And now he's gone to CT.
Yeah, he's been in a position to just kill one player and have the whole map available to him, but Snacks just by sheer luck or unluck has moved away.
Well, we'll wait and see if it's lucky or unlucky. MongolZ going into connector. There's Heavy God up first. Headshot in. And now checks towards Temple. Realizes Snacks could have got there. And so now puts that bomb down in the sight. Snacks steps up again. MongolZ to flip a number disadvantage round in Complexity's favor on this comeback into the half. He's looking towards the A flank through water, but Snacks, he'd just seen the back of MongolZ. He's going to track him into the corner, but MongolZ's looking there now. He's got the position. Snacks needs to kill him quickly, and he will. He gets that headshot. MongolZ looks on in despair.
So Hunter gets double doors. MongolZ watches for the swing through window. 3 players here now.
Yeah, this is about to get messy inside of middle. 60 goes down. MongolZ to trade it. Oh, MongolZ, second kill on MongolZ Sniper. They needed 3 to deal with him. Now Heavy God's in the fountain, drowned out by Nyx. Realizes Hunter's coming in through camera. Stylish double kill from Nyx. And MongolZ is nowhere near the majority of the action. The bomb going into A. Grim's going to try and keep him pinned here, and MongolZ realizes he's in that fight.
Grim's lurks at this B bomb site as well throughout this tournament have been really, really solid. So just waiting behind the smoke as it fades. MongolZ slips away. Yet to see if he wants to go for this. Might just pick up the AWP on the ground and call it a day. Money for G2 is a problem. MongolZ's got 1,000 in the banks, but everyone else is dead broke. This AWP might be the only thing they have if he can hold on to it.
Now it's 2 rounds now where MongolZ's had the AWP, 0 impact. Come into the second half, 11-5, looking at 12-8 at the moment. So you've had 2 gun rounds where he's had 0 impact. This is exactly what Complexity need. And previous round, he missed shots. This time, he just gets his head blasted off by MongolZ.
Yeah, some beautiful... I mean, look, you got to say, that's some spicy shooting from MongolZ's double and Nyx's double as well later on in the A bomb site. Beautiful shot onto Hunter as he tries to transition in.
It's got to feel so paranoid here. MongolZ is going to be pushed on so many different sides. Will he be able to hold on to it? Yes. Don't overextend. And you've got it for the next round. So, throws that one on over to MongolZ. And he's one of the players that we've heard needs a little bit more work. You know, we've been really impressed with the elevation and performance from MongolZ, from Grim, from Sixy in this tournament. Nyx has definitely had moments, but this is a great time to step up and really start to perform. He's getting put under a lot of pressure this time from Snax' window drop. Comes out on top of that duel. MongolZ to follow up here for G2. And Sixy's fumbling this inside of the smoke.
I think he wanted to drop way earlier and just got stuck.
Missed the timing now.
Yeah, he wanted to punish Snax trying to fall back and just couldn't hit the window. Huge advantage for G2 with the 2-man lead in the round, 5-on-3. Op train towards middle. Complexity still spread. So really it's just going to be individuals trying to create something from their respective positions. Sixy flirting with this mid double doors.
Yeah, as soon as he does so, yeah. MongolZ is going to peek up, nail the shot, and MongolZ JT separated for one another. The only play they really have available is MongolZ to go through connector, JT to try and come through B main. They do have space inside of the side because of the way G2 are set up. But Snax' angle is good. JT just had too much to clear. MongolZ, nice quick shot. No follow-up though. Hunter makes sure of that. 11 rounds for G2. Back to winning ways in the CT side. We'll see.
And a little bit of frustration now. Complexity losing their grip on this map.
They got to wrestle for it back, and they've got to do that with weaker weapons than they would like. They don't have the all for MongolZ. They've got 2 Galils in play, and one of them going to a fight straight away, losing his life. Nyx gets away with at least that drop headshot, but as soon as he extends into the open, MongolZ is waiting to punish the repeat. Sixy's aggressive play that he's been getting away with all tournament long, getting stopped by Snax.
Yeah, he was so excited hearing that AWP ring out in A main. He's like, oh, finally, I don't have to worry about the AWP in middle, and he still just steps into the crosshair of Snax.
MongolZ primed, no flash, no util towards heaven. It's gotta be just this smoke out to disrupt his crosshair, but he even has a little gap, and that's enough. That's all he needed. A little vision of MongolZ. MongolZ closes the kill. And now JT retreating as he realizes he cannot get into this round, but he's being pushed. MongolZ and Hunter are closer than he would have liked, so on his jump up to the rugs, it is his death sentence as he is toppled, and G2 go to map point.
Yeah, 4 chances to close this one out. It did get close for a stretch, but as soon as it did, G2 just had enough. Extended the lead right back out.
Perhaps something quick, simple here for Complexity with Tech 9s.
Yeah, desperate, and there's 3 defenders here as well.
Hunter needs to be careful. Back was turned to an open B main, but here they come into the site. MongolZ to hit the first malts with him. And they destroy them this time. Anubis may have been close. It may have been the map that Complexity won the last time they played just a few days ago. But today, G2 have decided that they're going to level up in semi-final form, and it's MongolZ that slashes his way through the first map victory in the semi.
And indeed he does. G2 Esports just getting it done.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
That'd be an interesting little piece of symmetry across his career. It doesn't look like it, though, does it? Doesn't feel like it, especially the way MongolZ played and now an Opera on Dust 2.
Well, Snack's waiting at the back of the platform. Hunter at car. It's a strong setup. Hunter makes it better, though, with a double, and MongolZ comes in alongside Snacks. It is a quick close to that pistol round. G2 come in with attitude.
Man, if you wreck a B-rush on a pistol round like that, like no issues. Now, Hunter gets a little bit lucky with his double kill over towards car, getting blinded while doing it, but lurk smoke up towards B. And still players on the T side starting to mess with these mid-double doors. Cross smokes coming in. This is all the utility Complexity has, so they have to use them. And that block well, it gives you a path.
It does. It gives you a nice little path you can work with, but they're going to move through the smokes. Hunter at the window, overcommitted, and that is not exactly the result he was hoping for. And then MongolZ runs out of bullets. Snacks has to step up and fight on two fronts, and oh my god, he's fumbling it, but 60's come around with a Tech 9. So sure, Complexity may have not won the pistol round, but they have fought their way through into a position to win this second round for us.
Yeah, weirdly enough, but I mean, there's still a chance for G2. Now, Heavy God and MongolZ are going to come in, wrapping around through the B halls. They do not have a kit, so this has got to be fast if they want to go for it. They do have low HP players, but they need MongolZ. Oh, they got the Gush, and he's got another tag, and I think they're going to call the save. I think that's too much damage for you to go for this retake, so Complexity might have just done it. And indeed they have a second round break. That's been an issue for G2 throughout this tournament. They've only converted 50% of their CT second rounds after winning the pistol. It comes back to haunt them here in the semifinals as Complexity return the favor. Very common for teams on these kinds of anti-low buy rounds on the T side with AK-47s to attack out towards long, so they've got G2 sucked onto that side of the map while they hit B. Hunter's only able to get the one. Good reaction from MongolZ.
Into the side, Snacks coming through window. Here's a pretty awkward fight as Grim's going to go down in the middle. That's an AK-47 now available to the hands of MongolZ.
They should go for this.
60 tunnels fight.
And he's committed. He can't fall back.
He has to win this, and he goes into a fight against two players. Eventually overwhelmed with 0 output. Complexity are down to 2. MongolZ fights out the window. Now all the remaining players in GT are coming through the tunnels, and JT is going to line them up, knock him down, and MongolZ will close.
Big boy round from JT and MongolZ.
MongolZ's getting into middle. Grim to fight long. Smoke with the corners up so he can move out to the blue bin. He's going to be burned out, forced into the open. Important that JT's flash was effective. Allows that kill on MongolZ, and Grim not slowing down. Spamming through the smoke, was close to it, but Heavy got protected by MongolZ. But look at 60 in the meantime. All this fight's been going on. He's moved through the middle doors.
Yeah, they might want to try and take advantage of this quick. Good shot from MongolZ moving in. MongolZ kicks taken down at 60 and JT. They're out middle, but they don't really feel like they have room to work with. And now utility coming into the bomb site from Catwalk. That's JT. Molly in, and Molly down on the CT ramp, preventing rotation. So G2 have to get together and work together to take middle. You know the position of one player, so you realize no matter where you choose to go, there can only be one Complexity player watching for it. But now you have a retake at this A bomb site. Smoke is up in the choke point. And 60's probably going to need to stay close by. Gap in that smoke leads to his death, and now JT, his position's known.
Well, gotta go big. And JT, flashes are coming up, applying pressure, forcing him into the open, into awkward fights. He does everything he possibly could there, nearly gets a triple kill. Smoked it long for him. And in the fight, MongolZ taking a bit of damage off the corner.
Oh, look at 60. He's already out middle.
He's loving this move at the moment. He's loving taking this space so early into the round, and no one from G2 has their gaze on it, apart from Snacks, who's now just peeking intermittently towards him.
Complexity's actually got this real estate on the map a couple of times. I think that's why 60's being so aggressive in this round. He's like, every time we've kind of walked out middle, we've been able to get this sort of standing. So why not go for it again, this time early? MongolZ's going to take a peek with the op. Once a chance.
Cool, Modest is going to go and fight it. Because of the early position that 60 was able to grab, he could post the op up and punish MongolZ's peak, which leaves that B bomb site extremely weak. It's only Snacks in this position, and they're drifting towards A, though.
Yeah, they think there's going to be a rotation down to CT spawn. Maybe someone who wants to help Snacks out. That's not the case at the moment. MongolZ, with the timing on that smoke, is going to back off, so he's no longer committed. Complexity running into a full-blown A defense. They think they've called them out of position, but it's not the case.
Well, the G2's decision to stand their ground on this A site might just prove to be their equalizing third round. Good execute for Complexity. Utility put in place. The kill from Halzerk added to the tally. Hunter not able to step up. And this round is all Halzerk in terms of the kill output. 3 picks, 1 towards MongolZ, and the final 2 of the A site.
Yeah, MongolZ actually sacrificed his position. You get that smoke on towards Snacks and Goose, and he was not ready for the follow-up fight.
Snacks doing his best to hold on to the AWP. Gets that peek into the tunnels now. Oh my god, that must have been ridiculous. He just appeared on his screen and the one tap comes in.
Damn.
That's a massive find at the end too. You prevent that AWP going into MongolZ's hands again. Long pick available here for Halzerk. He's got the good spawn. He's gonna charge.
And they're playing long this round.
Flashed. Halzerk can't make the most of it. But Grim certainly will offer himself up. He goes around on that peak. Heavy God gone. And Complexity with space out long and the opening kill in their favor.
MongolZ's going to stick around at car. MongolZ was thinking of falling back. I think MongolZ called him over to reaggress.
Oh, MongolZ goes for the... What? That's daylight robbery. He just peeks in and out. So efficient from MongolZ to get away with one headshot and come back alive.
Yeah, but look at the attack. This defense is so... Oh,
MongolZ had it closed.
He needed that because look at MongolZ. MongolZ was never going to react to a catwalk play.
And now he can trust in MongolZ to hold down short, but he's gone. And so MongolZ can no longer commit to that long fight as comfortably as he once was. Grim is still going forward, trying to take this space for Complexity. A minute left. Hunter swings. Bomb! Still up. Still alive. As Halzerk moves forward to the 50-second mark in the round. MongolZ going for a last-ditch effort, no scope through that smoke, but it's a reset point and allowing Snacks to come out long.
That's a nice timing. It's a really nice timing. He knows Halzerk is alive, though.
No one's looking until Halzerk now starts to realize that that long play could come through. He engages the info. He goes for the swing, taking the fight against Snacks. MongolZ taking shots, but his teammate's down, so it requires a clutch that 60 will not allow to start.
Okay. They had to overextend to save MongolZ, and now all of a sudden, Complexity have control of this map.
Can't afford to have one of these rounds where you lose the pistols, though. You want to try and keep this clean in these scenarios. Halzerk getting out of the dangerous way. And now Snacks' turn at car. Oh, it takes a tick of the molly. That's going to be a sound cue that allows an easy peek on towards him. Halzerk, excruciating pressure, eventually taken down. MongolZ's Deagle chiming in.
Dude, G2's doing such a good job on their low-buy rounds of actually picking up weapons and salvaging them.
He comes into the fight. 60 pushes in towards him, so there's another kill. 60 going aggressive right into MongolZ, and that's going to allow them to stay on this.
Yeah, he's going to pass the up over to Hunter, because Hunter's just going to back off if there's any issues on this retake.
There's no kits. They gotta go so quick. MongolZ's up first, spots them all. Grim not able to get a kill. It's Nyx to step up. Second kill's good. Hunter low on HP. Time is the problem, and Nyx will handle 4.
Double up setup. I'm assuming one is going to drop and one has the spawn for long. So we'll see if Grim can get a pick on the mid-cross. Smoke plumes. Blind shot misses the mark. Halzerk out towards long. A little bit late, and it's MongolZ, the third op in the map, that finds the opening kill.
Yeah, this one towards 60. MongolZ's got to get back up to short, or at least his vision to short. Halzerk, oh, flash. Blinds him, he drops off, and as he does so, MongolZ connects a shot. Not to lethality, though. He has a chance on Nyx. Second kill of the round, and it's MongolZ again. Complexity fall to 3. Halzerk trying to stick around and punish MongolZ. But it's on JT to create some space, to make an opening here for Complexity to move through. Hunter at Goose, now to the site. JT's got the important kill, but it's the first of many required. MongolZ just hearing the steps.
And we've already seen Complexity win a round like this, where they have the A bomb site and they have G2 trapped in CT spawn, unable to really get any kind of a retake. So Grim will get that bomb planted. Nate is going to come in, ooh, maybe do a little bit of chip.
It's the high HP player, at least, planting the bomb. So it's just going to take a little bit off the top of Grim.
So Complexity know they haven't taken out the long defender.
One kit on the back of Snacks. If he dies it short, it's going to be difficult to get this kit back.
Gonna be impossible to get the kit back.
So he has to win this if they want to move swiftly. Again, holzr surviving damage, and G2 starting to move in. HeavyGod's got that headshot. Grim coming back forward. Grim now down, but remember, holzr's still here to try and win it all, and that's the kick gone. If he can delay this, if he can run it down, but m0NESY's on the plan, or rather the defuse, he's sticking it, and MongolZ has him covered. m0NESY holds it. And finally, a retake, and it's real close on time, but it goes the way of G2.
Yeah, m0NESY making himself a small target, making sure that holzr has to swing as wide as humanly possible to get that shot clean on the diffuser. Could bring this back and make it a strong CT side at 5-7.
Quick tunnel fight going down here. Hunter ready. He's pushed all the way in. 60 running right into the open. Hunter's got one. m0NESY to chime in the second. Hunter then starts to look towards top mid, but Nyx is up next. And Hunter committed to the corner. Nyx will use the distraction of the top mid players to allow himself that pick on Hunter, but Snax has moved through into tunnels, realizing how much presence was in mid. There's very likely an empty tunnels.
Yeah, 2 kills in lower tunnels usually means that upper push is going to be available to you, especially when a third player makes his presence known.
No kits on, well, the HeavyGod has one at least, so, but this is not looking like Snax is going to be able to do a whole lot, but maybe he can surprise us.
He can't change position either at this stage.
Yeah, fighting against the odds. Snax with the MP9, waits behind the site. Grim running him down. Snax has got the first. He's playing his life, but extends a little bit too far back. Kill him middle, though. HeavyGod's caught it, so it is Nyx in the 1v2.
He's got a molly, he's got a flashbang as well.
He'll use that straight away. Over to the tunnels, goes aggressive, takes the aggressive move. Nyx into the fight first against m0NESY, but HeavyGod just had that lower elevation, protected by the cover of the smoke.
Want to try and land a really strong hit into this bomb site. MongolZ has spotted one. Molotov to give himself some time. m0NESY with the op has not budged from middle. Smoke can give him the time to do so, but I think Complexity disrespects it.
Yeah, they just run right through it. Speed, here's the call. And MongolZ gets carved out by 60's Tech 9, so that plant is now set up for Complexity to try and close out with weaker weapons and an 8-4 half from the T side. G2 starting to put the pieces in place to get this retake rolling. So much to clear. They're worried about lower tunnels. m0NESY now just ascending over the top of the Xbox. Nyx's position's good. m0NESY able to spot it without losing his life, but can't connect a shot. Hunter doubles up, though. Time ticking. HeavyGod moving. JT and Grim 2v3. JT stuck alone in the world and just too many players to handle. So right at the end of the half,
FaZe lost earlier today, so they're awaiting in the 3rd, 4th place decider for the loser of this series. Which
I mean,
means,
both games are cinema, Jason.
I know, with Grim coming back against Elish, and after the win in the group stage as well over FaZe, that would be a fun rematch.
Here's Nyx. Joe Berettas into the tunnels. m0NESY around the corner. Great shot. And they know, and now the second player's that. HeavyGod is the man to take Grim out.
Early warning, can they get back in time? It's JT and 60 coming back, but already smoked off, and they've got to play behind the wall.
Yeah, molly to the window too, so utility being put in place is allowing a comfortable bomb plan for G2. Complexity going to try and reposition through the mid doors, but Snax is even here watching that. And timing allows him to get back to it. It looked like he was going to be looking the wrong way as that push came in, but still getting one.
Yeah, maybe trying to think about too much, as if the long flank was going to be the biggest concern in the world there, but still in a 2v3 coming back into this bomb site. Very hard retake, and Hunter just peeks out and ends things. holzr, nothing to do. 6th round for G2 and extends this win streak to 4 rounds going back to the first half.
Both pistols as well for G2 on this map. Complexity were able to get a force buy back in the previous half. Got to do it again here. Currently apply pressure up through the catwalk.
Yeah, nice and simple though. 60 can't really do anything, no utility. Mac-10 drops into spawn, so mid players are going to be harassed. Going to be hard for them to rotate over. Grim and 60 have everything to do.
Yeah, well that plant's coming in. Snax just jumps on 60. Peeks long, and yeah, that's a nice headshot on Grim as well. So Hunter has no real reason to have to leave here. He's just locking them away. They can't get through CT spawn. m0NESY's having a look around mid. Nyx not getting spotted.
All kills matter if you're Complexity. Bring one AK-47 forward into the next round, and it's worth its weight.
Well, unfortunately for Nyx, he's gone, but holzr's got a double kill.
Yeah, that's that collateral. I mean, to JT, if he wants to jump into CT spawn, see if he can find a weapon, you can go for it.
m0NESY trying to keep him preoccupied, but he could also go down here. holzr, another shot on the scout. Cleaving weapons out of their hands. And an AK picked up for JT on the way out. Can Holzer get a better gun?
I don't think he realizes, oh yeah, he did. He got one right at the end, right as we switched away. Holzer's picked up an AK-47. So 2 AKs recovered to get the information. Unfortunately for them too, I think if Nyx had an M4, he'd be pushing up here and getting information. But because it's the AWP, and I mean, to be fair, they already have 4 players here, so who needs it?
Let's see if 4 is enough. G2 charge up the ramp into the site. Grim forced into the open. 60 catches 2 players blinded. No problem for 60 to unravel 2. Snacks is up next. He gets a kill right back. It's 2 for him. Into the site now. Commitment to the plant. 3v3 retake. 2 ops in play. And it is now just those 2 AWPs as m0NESY pulls away JT from context. And we've got Nyx fighting back. m0NESY going down. AK switched out to. We'll see if the rifle can make the difference because it has to. It is the only remaining weapon. Nyx with no kid on his back and no head on his shoulders.
Probably felt really good winning that long engagement, that duel with m0NESY on top of the car with the AWP. Both AWPers just saying, screw cover.
60's aggressive short play canceled, so he'll run back. And he gets away before the utility follows up upon his position.
Complexity was up 7-2 at one point. This has been 7 rounds in a row for G2 to regain the lead. It's got to be feeling really painful for Complexity, starting to get frustrated, and now you're starting to get picked off.
Scoreline looks close, but the momentum safely with one team at the moment. And with that m0NESY kill, G2 once again have the advantage. Hunter should extend upon it here. The MP9 and those kind of fights can come out on top, and that's exactly what happens. Hunter falls off the top of the box. Grim now moves out long.
Oh, but they're out mid. If they pick up the pace here, JT with the Deagle, SMG. Nyx does great work again. Okay, G2 a little bit stalled out.
m0NESY preoccupied in middle. JT losing health, but Nyx not stopping. Grim on the MP9.
What?
And Nyx just has a hero round. That little gun provides 4 kills. Nyx.
Oh, he's got an AWP.
Oh, you can go from hero to 0.
Oh, he's in so much trouble.
You can go from hero to 0 in a second. Heavy God blasts his head off. B bomb site wide open. JT racing back, but he's flashed. He's held back. Utility now deployed. He'll do damage on the Heavy God, but not a kill yet. And he even sustains damage through that smoke. And you've given an AWP to m0NESY. Bomb not planted yet, but it's being confirmed. And that AWP, it does not stop. No mercy. As you give it away, m0NESY repels the retake.
Just a quick peekaboo with an extra kill. Blind fire into the smoke, and you're exactly right, giving it up over to m0NESY. I'll tell you what, though. I think Complexity completely misread the economic situation they were in. I think they expected a buy this round. I think Nyx certainly expected a buy this round. There's no way.
Otherwise, he wouldn't do that.
It all pushes up for that angle against pistols.
m0NESY waits.
Please take another step forward. That's what he's saying.
He's like, just walk a little more. Show me a little more. And he goes in. Surely the swing from short will come up next. m0NESY realizes that. Not really putting himself in the position to get that second kill, though.
No, but this is what m0NESY was doing to him on Anubis as well, is just picking off any aggressive play, and he pins 60 on the wall.
Well, he's not ready for another player to be at short, but he's bringing 3 friends over to deal with it, and he'll watch it Holzerk instead. m0NESY's just destroying them.
AWP difference.
One guy, and Complexity can't stop him. Heavy God up next. And Nyx low in HP. All of his teammates gone. m0NESY smells him as well. He knows his prey's around the corner. He's gonna hunt him down straight to the chest. And m0NESY dominates Complexity inside of mid. This is really the last stand then for Complexity.
Yeah.
Lose this, job done. Out of the semis, out of the tournament, into the 3rd place decider. And we've got Holzer committing into the lower tunnels. Aggression into a round like this.
I don't think he made that secret in any way. They know the position. Kill is still his. Holzer's got space to fall back, and m0NESY a rare miss. So Holzer gets away and confirms the 5-on-4, the man advantage he's given Complexity's defense.
High risk, high reward for Holzer at least to kick off round 20. So G2 take a pause and reassess their options. They're gonna shift 2 players back through T-spawn. If they go out long, you've got to deal with Grim. Bit of an off angle here with the AUG.
Well, they've shown they're not shy about using flashbangs to get out long in the mid-round.
Yep.
So those off angles should get neutralized.
In fact, he's just gonna peel away. He'll play further back on the A-bomb site instead. Trusting in the smoke.
3 smokes, 3 flashes, and 2 Molotovs for G2 to end this round. Smoke is going to clear it long just about now, and they're going to make their move. Going to be going quiet for this first step. And Sixy's getting proactive on the map. He's cleared lower and upper, and he's confirmed the long play from G2's 4 remaining players, so everyone's shifting from complexity.
Smoke goes up in JT's face. He'll start to spam down through it. Some further damage connected onto Heavy God. Grim will finish him off with the AUG. He's pinned, but that Molotov's going to force him into the open. Kill from MongolZ. He was pinned, ready to go in 9 seconds. Plant needs to come in right now, and it will. Mob's headshot, not able to handle Holzerk, so a 2v2 to close. MongolZ backing off. Hunter steps up forward. Oh, yeah, what a shot on the flick back from Hunter. And it's a step towards grand finals for G2.
Perfect reaction. The smoke is up. They cross over. Molotov to Grim's position. MongolZ in position with the op. And Complexity on their last leg.
Quick charge out long, and it's worked out pretty well here for Complexity. The first 2 picks are good, and it's a shutdown.
Yeah, well, just as G2 didn't really expect a third player to be here, Complexity's just like, oh, all 5? Okay, well, that's cool. we'll take them.
We'll take that, absolutely.
So they won't go down yet. They won't go down without a fight. One last attempt to breathe some life into a comeback. It's got to be 4 in a row for Complexity, and they've got the first, but there's so much money on G2. You have no easy rounds at the end of this for Complexity. Drops another smoke down, so Long shouldn't see too much action. Heavy God still very much aware of the potential. Good pick from Holzerk. Yet again, another 5-on-4 found by your Opper.
Ooh. Half the health gone for Hunter. Grim will be happy backing off as that second smoke is set to fade away.
I think he's mostly using that smoke to try and get information towards the back of Catwalk. Listen for any footsteps so we can call out numbers.
MongolZ still prowling in middle as we go under a minute on the clock. Holzerk not wanting to overextend. It's a stalemate battle. They don't know it, but the 2 Oppers holding this angle.
He got picked off in the last round by sliding into this angle.
So he will have learned his lesson. JT going forward. MongolZ dealing with some short aggression, but this time he's going to miss. Second shot, he'll land it. 30 seconds on the clock. Bomb still top mid. Aggression in mid will not work out for JT. Grim gone. Shot for MongolZ, and 1 kill away from grand finals.
Look how it all collapses so quickly.
Nyx will run to long. Heavy God is low, but we get the grand final everybody was secretly hoping for. In more than one way, Complexity have shed their star, and they show they can still perform. But it's only semi-finals that they will see, as MongolZ is going into the grand finals with G2 to face against the team he is set to sign for.